My name is Stella, in charge of communication details. And today we are here on 6th March 2026 with a press statement from Kazima due to crisis. Mtetezi calls out government failure to protect citizens abroad. Background: government promoted overseas jobs under President William Ruto. The Kenyan government aggressively promoted overseas employment through the Kazima Youth program, presenting it as a cornerstone solution for youth unemployment. The Ministry of Labour, CS Alfred Mutua, and the State Department of Diaspora Affairs, PS Roslyn Jogu, actively facilitated recruitment drives, partnerships with Gulf employers, and verification processes, framing these overseas jobs as safe, structured, and essential for national development. Families were assured that the government was investing in the welfare and protection of citizens it encouraged to leave the country. The message was clear. Kenyans were to see Middle East employment as a trusted, government-backed opportunity. Government's inaction during the crisis. Today, Mtetezi, a grassroots economic justice movement, is shocked and outraged at the government's failure to act decisively amid the ongoing Middle East conflict, which now places over 500,000 workers at a grave risk. President Ruto has now limited his engagement on the crisis to social media statements, offering empty reassurance with no actionable evacuation plans. PS Njogu has avoided media appearances, failing to provide clear guidance of reassurance to families desperately seeking information. CS Mudavadi issued a careless directive that Kenyans must return at their own expense, a stance both insensitive and inconsistent with prior government advocacy for employment abroad. CS Mtua has remained silent, abandoning his responsibility to safeguard the citizens his ministry once actively deployed. This is a glaring betrayal of the social contract. Citizens were encouraged, often actively, to travel abroad. Yet the government now refuses to offer protection, evacuation, or a verified challenge for assistance, leaving citizens exposed in a conflict zone. Families suffering. Mtetezi speaks directly for the thousands of families living in fear as their loved ones face daily danger. Many households have no reliable means of verifying the safety of relatives, forced to depend on social media posts, rumors, and unverified messages. Parents, spouses, and siblings endure relentless anxiety, sleepless nights, and mental torment, while the government continues to issue a vague advisories instead of decisive action. This lack of transparency and accountability intensifies the suffering of families who trusted the government's earlier assurances and now face helplessness as a consequence of state inaction. Economic impact. The conflict in the Middle East is already wreaking havoc on Kenya's economy, compounding the human toll with financial consequences. Kenya's reliance on the exclusive government-to-government oil agreements with Gulf suppliers has exposed the country to future price shocks and supply instability. Exports of tea, flowers, etc. are being disrupted as shipping routes are rerouted or closed, threatening billions of shillings in revenue, endangering farmers, exporters, and employees across multiple sectors. While the government has issued general assurances of stability, There are no concrete measures in place to protect citizens, stabilize energy prices, or safeguard key exports. The contrast between earlier promotion of overseas employment and the absence of protective action now is stark, exposing the nation to both human and economic vulnerability. Call to action and ultimatum. Mtetezi demands that the government, one, immediately launch a fully coordinated government-funded evacuation of all Kenyans stranded in conflict zones. Two, establish verified communication channels and 24/7 emergency support to ensure families can track and assist their loved ones. Three, implement urgent economic measures to mitigate disruptions to oil imports, trade flows, and remittances. We therefore give the government 72 hours to act. If there's no decisive, tangible response, Mtetezi will organize a mass demonstration to the ministries of labor and foreign affairs, demanding accountability, protection, and immediate action. The government's time for advisories and empty assurances is over. Citizens' lives, families' peace of mind, and stability of the economy cannot wait. The statement must now honor its responsibilities or face public accountability through civic action. Thank you.
Thank you to the members of the fourth estate. My name is John Yushu. The pertinent questions that for a very long time he was not seen once or twice on top of the vehicles campaigning Kazi Machu and legitimizing this process. Today, our young people are stranded at Arab's nation. And the pertinent question that you are asking Alfred Mutua, are we going to sit back seeing our people or repatriating bodies of people who will die if this war will escalate? Because we've seen you've decided not to give even a single statement, yet you've been exporting our young people like sweet potatoes to Arab nations to seek for opportunities. The government that has failed to provide opportunity at home must be ready and be ready to protect those people who they are exporting to get employment outside. Us as young people, the pertinent question that you are asking today, Alfred Mutua, together with the cabinet secretary, the cabinet secretaries in charge of labor, that us we won't sit behind seeing our people stranded. Yet you, the same government, we've been seeing you moving around telling us that you've organized 1 million jobs outside, that now Kenyans youth will be employed in Gulf. But yet when there is crisis, when young people are leaving this nation, they are not just statistic for remittance. We are asking you, when you are receiving remittance from those people who are outside there and building apartments here at home, now be ready to take charge for those who are now stranded at Gulf, because Mtetezi won't sit behind and look at our young people who are suffering at the Gulf. We've seen the way the war is escalating, and we won't allow you to do repatriation of bodies. Yes, those people leave Kenya to seek for green pastures outside there. Thank you.